it's TT. This is actually my first YouTube video, but today I'm going to be sharing 5 art tips I wish I knew when I was younger. Disclaimer, I am not in art school nor a professional yet. These tips aren't objectively right or wrong, and by no means are they the only way to draw. They're just things I wish I knew and tips I would give to a younger me. That aside, let's get into it. Number 1. Copying is a great learning tool. Okay, so I know a lot of people say don't copy, copying is bad, and that's honestly why I avoided it for so long, but when I did start trying to copy, it helped me learn a lot. It taught me how to make the forms while having something to look at to know if I was doing it right. You need to be able to make an already existing form to be able to make one from scratch, especially with complicated things like anatomy. I personally copied a lot of Genshin official arts, and here are some of them.
Number 2, use yourself as reference. Yes, I know some of you might be thinking, well, duh, but I, and probably many others, never thought about it until way later. For complicated poses and hand positions, I would either try to find one close or do it without reference. Neither went well. Your camera and mirror are great tools for posing refs. Your own body is also a good reference for anatomy in general, since you can get really up close and personal with it and move it how you want to. This is a reference I took for a really recent work and how I used it.
Number 3, draw in layers, body, then hair, then clothes. So this might sound weird at first, but hear me out. This helped me so much. If you don't draw the body first and then fit the clothes to it, they'll often look off or the anatomy will be wonky. Even with baggy clothes, it helps to see where the fabric will hang off. It's the same with hair too. If you place it on the bald head, it will look more natural and you'll avoid a lopsided head. Here's some where I think I wasn't, and here's some that I know I was. Number 4, draw bigger. When I started, I drew really small characters, which was okay at the time, but when you draw small, it doesn't allow room for any of the details, so when you eventually draw larger, it will be difficult and awkward to add the details. It also affected how I drew hair and clothes for a long time, especially hair, since I didn't have room for the strands. Here are some examples of mine before and after. Last but not least, number 5, sketching over everything. Alright, so disclaimer, by this I don't mean sketching is the only important thing, but a good sketch base will make everything else look much better. When I started, I used to like coloring more because I was a lot better at it, so I wouldn't try that hard on the sketch, but I would put all my effort into the coloring. I learned how to color, but still had no idea how to sketch, which made some of my early drawings look odd to say the least. An iffy sketch is much harder to hide than iffy color. These are some of mine. Alright, those are 5 art tips I wish I knew earlier. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have an account on Instagram at TeganKArt, and that's where I post most of my art along with important updates about the channel. Also, I don't want to be that person, but please like and maybe even sub. It helps so incredibly much. Thank you all again. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. Okay, bye!